Hi there, my name is Reaper, and today is going to be a little bit of a different video. I want to talk about Lies of P. It's such a good game, and I loved it, and I want to tell you why I think you should play it. Over the past, 1.5, 2 years, I've gotten really into FromSoft's Souls games, and I've played almost all of them, and while I was playing Dark Souls 2, I decided to play and upload Lies of P, which it was great. I love the game. But I've seen some other people do this, and I want to do it myself. I want to talk about the game, give it a little review, the things I liked and didn't like, and just talk about it. So, this will be my first scripted video where I'm talking about something. So let me know if you want to see more videos about me just talking about things, about certain topics, or game reviews or things like that. But enough of an intro. Let's talk about Lies of P. So first off, I think a lot of people get turned off of this game with how similar it is to Bloodborne. Now, I haven't played Bloodborne. I have an Xbox, so this is more just something I've heard that other people say, calling it like Bloodborne 2 or Bloodborne Copy or whatever. But I think that's a good thing. Like Lies of I've heard someone else say that Lies of P does this thing where they take all of their favorite things from a FromSoft game and put it into Lies of P, and so many people are talking about why that's like copying or they're mad about that, but we love those games, so why would we not be happy about that? And on top of that, Lies of P does so many new things that I really like, and so many things that FromSoft has already established as good things to do, which makes it a really great game. There aren't a ton of downsides for that reason. So in terms of gameplay, Lies of P has a couple of mechanics I really like. All of the weapons have a moveset that consists of lights, heavies, and charged heavy attacks. The game also has something called Fable Arts, which are sort of like Ashes of War, which is specific to the weapon's weapon handle and blade. The blade and handle system is also pretty cool because each weapon can disassemble and make something new. A better way to put that would be like I could put a wrench head onto a rapier handle or whatever else stupid or meta thing that you can think of. And that'll also change the Fable Arts of the weapon to where you can do different things. Every weapon also has a parry, which is very similar to Sekiro, except in this window, the parry window is so much shorter. The average parry window in Sekiro is 30 frames, and the parry window in this one is like 8 or something stupid like that, and I'm pretty sure they changed it to make it a little bit easier too. One of the most important things for parrying is its ability to build up an enemy's stagger, which basically means their health bar can flash white, and if you do a charged heavy attack, it can let you do what would be like a riposte in Elden Ring, doing insane amounts of damage. One other similarity to Sekiro is this game has a bunch of really cool prosthetic arms for you to use. One of the other things this game did really well is its environments. You can fill a game with challenging levels and bosses, but something that makes the other Soulsborne games stand out is their amazing environments and atmospheres. And Lies of P did just an amazing job at this. When I heard it was going to be set in a city, I thought it would be like the first level where it is literally in the middle of the city the whole time, but there's so many more areas and levels that flow into each other, but also have differences to each other, so it doesn't all feel the same. And I'll try to put some of that stuff up on screen now so you can see what I'm talking about, because this is a really pretty game in its sceneries and how it feels. Now, for the bosses, those are probably my favorite part of the Soulsborne games. The feeling of overcoming them after trying so much. And when I started Lies of P, I made a rule for myself that I wouldn't summon at all for any of these, because I summoned for almost all of my playthroughs of Elden Ring until recently, where I'm trying to really challenge myself, which I regret doing now, but I'm glad I played through the game and didn't put it down. And I summoned a little bit in Dark Souls 1 and just at the beginning of Dark Souls 2, and plan not to at all when I start playing Dark Souls 3, which the videos will start coming out this coming week. But Lies of P really made me appreciate the movesets and the skill it takes to overcome the boss, because it's so hard, and I really like that. The other things I really, really like that Lies of P does is that it has a much more direct storyline, and it is shown to you very easily, and it explains like the bones of the story super well, but it still leaves lots of hidden things for you to find and decipher, and it's not very hard to find them either. There's a really cool quality of life mechanic where on your fast travel menu, it will show you if you have items that you can turn in to people whose quest you may have forgotten about, which in a lot of times I will just completely forget. So seeing that little icon there was really cool. So now I've pretty much gone through and glazed the game. So let's talk about some of the things that I didn't like. One of the main downsides of this game is how linear it is. The levels will happen one after another, and there isn't really any sequence breaking or shortcuts to go around and get things from levels before you complete the area boss. But it still has lots of cool side areas and things for you to explore. I've on my fifth playthrough, and I think I've found everything, but I'm sure there's things that I'm missing. Another thing that is a little bit annoying is that some of the regular enemies feel a little bit janky, and normally I'll kind of just run through all the enemies and focus mainly on bosses and mini bosses, but the time that I have taken to fight some of these guys, they just kind of feel awkward and their movesets are a little hard to read. And one of the final criticisms that I see about this game that isn't one of mine personally is that people say that this game is way too hard, and again, I want to address that and say like I love the difficulty, and if you enjoy like grinding out and banging your head against a wall when you fight a boss and then feeling that overcoming feeling, this is a game for you. And so those are really all my takes. I didn't go over everything, I think, so if there's anything else, you can ask me in the comments or something like that, and I'll probably respond to you. But I really like this game. I've gotten all the achievements, and I plan to keep playing and do other new builds and runs. And if you have an Xbox, it's free on Game Pass, so there's not really an excuse to not get it. And it's definitely worth whatever else price you have to pay for PlayStation or on PC. Uh, One more thing, I'll be live on Twitch, or not, sorry, not Twitch. I'll be live on YouTube on Tuesdays and Thursdays at around noon. Just sometime in the afternoon, I'll be live about 3 hours doing some Soulsborne challenge run stuff. So I encourage you to go and check out those videos. But let me know if you want to see more videos that are kind of like this style, where I just sort of talk about something. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, and check out like my other content. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.